All right, welcome to Speedway the Inside Dirt. We're coming to you from Kings Lynn, England for the F1 Stockcar World Final Day. Awesome day here, but we'll quickly catch up with our world finalists. We've got William Humphries, 94 NZ, Malcolm Nartai, Jaden Ward, Jordan Dare. They raced last night in the international night, so we'll quickly start off with William. William, the last night you picked up a second, almost a first there in the Constellations. So how did the final go for you there, mate?
We were battling car issues all night. Ran no clutch all night. Had to get pushed on the track by the tractor every time and started in gear, but we got through the night. Tried some things in the final. It didn't quite pay off, and then actually ended up blowing the gearbox. But yeah, so the final wasn't as good. But yeah, that Constellation managed to pick up a second, led a few laps, and yeah, we're pretty happy with how the car's going then.
And Malcolm Nartai wrecked his car pretty much last time out here at Kings Lynn. Did you manage to do the same last night here?
Yeah, pretty much the same, yeah.
But you felt like it went a bit better for you in general, though? The car, like you're developing it a bit more for today, though?
Yeah, well, once we've got some brakes in the car and it's starting to do the right things, we're starting to get the feel of it. But, you know, it would have been nice a week ago to have that car. But, yeah, hey, we've got what we got and we're going to do the best we can. So, looks like there's a couple of us up in the field and a couple of us near the back. So, me and Will look like we're blocking.
Jaden Ward, you were a pretty standout driver in your heat until unfortunately the car started dying off. What ended up happening there?
Just got slower and slower every lap. I had a quick look at the temperature gauge, didn't see too much wrong with it. Carried on, seen the steam starting to piss out. Oh, that's had enough. Ran out of power, might as well pull off. We're not going anywhere.
So how'd you manage to fix it up for the rest of the night, or you call it quits?
We called it quits. The engine was toast. We're involved with a very good team over here with Matt Newson and his boys. They very good operators at what they do. Had a spare engine in Norwich, went back there, grabbed it, came back that night. It was all plumbed up that night and we were good to go this morning.
So all ready to go 2 o'clock this morning, I think it was, eh?
Yeah, it was fired up around 2, yeah.
Jordan Dare, Jordan qualified actually through his heat in 7th place. So Jordan, that must be pretty positive. You are qualifying straight through to the final. You must be pretty happy with how the car's running.
Yeah, I guess last night I was just trying to get some laps in and get used to the car. I mean, I've raced here before and I sort of know the track and was just trying to get used to the car. And I started off the back of the blue group, so I was near the back. So managed to pick up a few spots and the heat ran really well and I ended up finishing 7th. So I was pretty confident going into the final that I had some good pace, but done 5 or 6 laps and I bent the front bumper corner around and that was the race over, so, and the night over. But yeah, if I can keep the pace that I had in the heat and just stay smooth, yeah, I've got as good a chance as these other 3 hot rods to maybe get a podium spot.
We move on to the time trials today, and the time trials didn't go too bad, I suppose. You guys all putting together 2 laps each. We'll go back with Jordan. Jordan, you ended up, I think, finishing starting on row 6 or something like that. You happy with that time, or just sweet to get out there on the grid, really?
Yeah. I think I qualified 6th out of the overseas drivers, which was all right. It just means I'm on an outside grid. I think I'm about grid 18, so it's probably going to be a lot of chaos in there. So. Not ideal, but I mean, I was happy with how the car went in the time trials, so it's got the speed. I've just got to be able to stay out of the crap.
Jaden Ward was our top Kiwi driver. He finished up in 4th place. Jaden, pretty stoked to be the top Kiwi driver and start out there on. I think you're the one on row 6 on grid 12.
Yeah, I was pretty good to do it, but it's only a time, mate. Nothing good about that. Yeah, we're starting on grid 12, so it's going to be hectic going into the first corner. You know, we're stuck out by the wall, but it is what it is.
Just send it on the first corner, eh?
Just send it, mate. We'll lick the stamp and send it.
And then we go over to 2 of our back markers, we can call them, but they're pretty stoked to be at the back. Malcolm Nartai, William Humphries. Malcolm, how'd you find that 1-lap dash out there on track?
Yeah, no, it was good. Never ripped the car off. Brought it back in one piece.
You actually did damage the car because you lost the transponder during the race, during the lap.
No, that was gone from last night. But yeah, we had our best lap was the one they never recorded. So, well, we're going to live with the fame of that. And I sneaked in front of Will, so that's pretty good. But you know, the car's all right. We've got. I'm just starting to get the handle of it now. So yeah, as I say, a few more laps would have been nice. But I've been wrecking it, not racing it. So.
Do you think starting near the back actually kind of helps?
Well, it might mean I might finish. Yeah. So yeah, on that bit of luck, we'll let a bit of shit go on up the front, and a bit of hopefully a few gone before we get up there, and if we get up there. But yeah, we just have to look out for the damage because there'll be cars going everywhere. It's if it's like last night, it's chaos, and it's just luck that you don't get caught up in it. So yeah, a lot of luck that us boys sneak through. Really a whole lot of luck for Jaden. He's up the front, and if he can poke his car in the right direction, it'll be really good to see him in that front, front 3 or 4 cars in the final.
And William Humphreys, William, your car had a fair bit of damage, so you ended up racing Danny Wayman's car. Tell us a little bit about what happened there and how come you ended up in Danny's car.
Yeah, as we went to take my car, we finally just got my car repaired and driven up to the track for the time trials. And as we got to the gate, couldn't select gears. So yeah, jumped out of that. Danny Wayman, who I was borrowing, I'm using his other car, let me run and jump in his good car, which he's using in the World Final. Went out and spun some laps in that, but it's just completely different driving setup. So just ended up 11th on the 11th out of the overseas, 11th out of 12th. But definitely a good car, but just needed a few more laps really to try to get a good lap in. But we're out there.
Overall, quickly then, looking forward to this World Final race. What's the ultimate plan, I guess, once you're out on track, and how much are you really looking forward to getting out there and doing the business for New Zealand?
No, it should be good. Just watch the watch the carnage unfold, and hopefully not get too excited and drive into it. But no, it should be good getting out of there for these guys and be a bit of fun really. And we're here, just try to finish, keep all the wheels on the car pumped up, and we'll see how we get on.
Yeah, I'd like to bring my car home in one piece. The odds are very bad against Wreck-It Ralph. It's my new nickname over here. The English gave me a name of Wreck-It Ralph. They've never gone through so many spares, but we did warn them, and we're on our last slot. So if we trash her in the final, that'll be us for the weekend. But we'll see how Wreck-It Ralph goes.
And then we got Jaden Ward and Jordan there. As I said, to these two World Final race. You guys are probably in the mix of it mid-pack. What's the plan, and how much are you really looking forward to getting out there on track?
Well, we've got some very experienced guys starting in front of me, so my plan from the start is just follow them, try and get through that first lap or two, let the carnage sort itself out, and hopefully follow one of those boys home, follow some good lines and see where it takes us.
Yeah, I just want to survive those first couple of laps and go from there, but it'll be awesome to get one of us for home on the podium, and yeah, that'll be the ultimate. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to getting out there and hopefully finishing the race.
There we go, there's our 4 drivers. The stage is set for the World Final. We got Frankie Wayman Jr. and Tom Harris off the front. The 4 Kiwis, they're well and truly in the mix. Malcolm and William, they're down the back. They're going to watch it all unfold in front of them and sneak through and take a win. Either that, or they're going to wait for the leaders to come around while Jaden and Jordan are out the front winning the race. But until after the World Final, go the Kiwis, and we'll catch you then. All right, here we are, Kingsland. It's the 2019 F1 Stockcar World Championship, and we've got the pole sitter and current British champion, Tom Harris. Tom, back home we hear a lot about F1 racing, and you've featured a lot in what we've heard of late. For a lot of reasons we like back home, because you're using the bumper, as some people are using the bumper on you. But now it's World Final. What are you hoping for? You're on pole, you're in that key spot. How much are you pumped for this World Final?
Oh, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to the race, and hopefully I can just get away and get my job done. And if someone uses the bumper on me, they better make sure it stops in the wall, because they'll definitely pay for it.
So we could see out there, what we want to see is, obviously we want to see a Tom Harris World Champion. But if we don't see a Tom Harris World Champion, what we might see is a lot of Tom Harris, the teams race, to come out in him.
Yeah, we might have to go teams racing. Hey, it's been a while since I've been in teams, and the last time I raced teams, I didn't race for the Team GB, so I raced for Gisborne with Pete Rees and the Rees boys. So I enjoy team racing, and I enjoy racing. I enjoy the crashing. You know, I enjoy going fast, but I enjoy the crashing as well. So the guys that are messing with me, I don't think they realise how much I enjoy it.
Do you think if Eddie Hearn was here, the boxing promoter, he'd have a field day with what's going on, you reckon?
Oh, he'd love it. You know, I did an interview here after the last meeting at Kings Lynn, and it's got 54,000 views, and the other video is like 2,000 or 3,000. So yeah, you know, it's good for the sport, and the sport needs this, you know, the aggro and stuff to keep going forward. So hopefully it's a good race for the fans, and I can be stood on that top step after the race.
Now, bit more serious note, the World Final. You've won it before. How much would it mean for you to win it again? What would it mean for Tom Harris going forward in his stock car career as well?
It'd mean the world. You know, it's a massive achievement to win the World Final. You know, I've got no pressure because I had more pressure defending it at Coventry than I did when I won it. You know, I've got nothing to lose out there. You know, maybe a few scores to settle, or maybe, you know, people settle some scores for me. It's one of them things you can't predict it. It's stock car racing. I've got the speed. You know, if it was a speed race, you know, I've got the pace, so I could you know, get off and win. But it's a stock car race, so hopefully I can still be there at the end of it.
Do you think the sprint car racing has definitely helped you out with coming back in the stock car racing, and helped you get more speed out of yourself rather than the car?
Yeah, my car control from racing at those speeds in America is it's considerably better than what it ever has been, and I don't know how I do it, but all I know is I'm hard on equipment now. And Mr. Davidson, we've blown 3 motors here this year just to you know, on the throttle so much due to racing the sprint car. But yeah, it's, you know, it's all about keeping it straight and going fast. So the sprint cars definitely helped me, and plus, you know, averaging 130 to averaging probably 40 or 50 is a huge difference. So it's made me, you know, gaps open up for me, and, you know, get through traffic a lot easier. So yeah, the sprint car racing definitely helped me.
And then as you're probably New Zealand's favourite British driver, we're going to see you back in New Zealand, whether it be teams racing, whether it be for GB or another team, or even sprint car racing in New Zealand.
We've just been talking about sprint car racing for the New Zealand champs. We've just been talking about that, you know, a couple of hours ago.
Too,
yeah, it's in Palmy. So we've just been talking about that, and then just depends when the date's for, because of Chili Bowl and the American stuff's so hard to come by. I need to do it while I get the opportunity.
Yeah.
So that's going to take priority, if I'm honest. But, you know, I won the British this year, so I get a ticket to the invitation to the World 240s. So, you know, if it all pans out, then maybe, you know, I could be at the 240s and then do the sprint car thing and then fly straight to Florida. So we'll just have to see how it all pans out, and how we're doing on the important thing, money.
Yep. Oh, well, Tom, hey, good luck for the World Final. There's plenty of Kiwis cheering for you. On that, the Kiwis, how much of a threat do you think these Kiwis are this year? That's a young bunch of guys that are out there.
Yeah, well, it's funny actually, we've just been talking before, and I think I'm okay with the Kiwis. You know, I was going to race for the Glen Eagles at the teams champs last year. Unfortunately, that, you know, my schedule with America, I couldn't make it. So I think I'm pretty safe for those guys today.
You think so, eh? Hey, look, Tom, all the best for the World Final. We'll catch up with you after the race regardless, because I can tell either you're going to be winning it, or we're going to see plenty of action from that front bumper.
Oh, that's definitely it. You know, if I'm not going to win, there'll be plenty of action, plenty to talk about.
Awesome. Cheers, Tom.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
For number 84, it's Tom Harris! So here we go, up next on the raceway, making his 30th World Final appearance.
Here we are with 2019 BriSCA F1 World Champion, Tom Harris. Mate, awesome, eh?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good, don't it? I don't know, it's been, I gotta guess, such a long time since I won it last time, and yeah, I don't think it's sunk in yet, but, you know, it's an incredible feeling, and just can't thank everybody, you know, Davidson's, my family, everybody, for making this possible for me, because, you know, without those guys I wouldn't even race the stock car.
You're a 2-time world champion now. Is that even better?
Yeah, I guess so, because then it wasn't just a lucky fluke, was it? You know, anybody can win a race once, and you know, to back it up with that is superb. And like I say, you know, can't thank the guys enough behind me for, you know, keeping my head in line, and, you know, all the fans booing and cheering. It, you know, it just makes you want to strive and do better. So, you know, thanks to those guys.
There was heaps of hype going into this race, as we spoke about earlier. Did the hype live up to the expectation?
No, I was quite disappointed, really. I knew that I wanted to get in front of Frankie because I knew that if he was going to do me, he had one chance. And when he hit me in the side, it was fucking foot in the gas, and we went around the wall, and we strength from the car, and it done its job. So yeah, I knew. And then when I got into back markers, I was praying. I didn't want any yellows, but you're going to get them, aren't you? So luckily, I had a couple of back markers between me and the guys, and
yeah, Kiwis there too.
Yeah, a couple of Kiwis.
Got a shotgun there for you.
And we already just spoke about this, and it was they were on my side, so I had 30 against me and 4 with me. So it was pretty cool. And then on a couple of restarts, I just wanted to make sure I got a gap off the start, and I managed to pull it off. And then basically it was just like save my tyres and keep my head and not make any stupid mistakes.
Did it feel like it was dragging on out there a bit, or was it just such a quick race?
The second half went really fast. Up to the caution, it seemed like it was dragging, but the caution, I had to straighten my seat and tighten my belts back up and readjust myself back in the car. And when Frankie put me in, it's done something to the pedals. I think the pedals are going to cross because the brake was jamming on, and I had to keep pulling the brake back on my left foot. But hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter now. We done the job, and we managed to get there at the end. So over the moon.
World champion once again, mate. So the car. What happens after the race? What process did you have to go through? Because you haven't raced at all after the world final tonight. Probably didn't even want to. Probably just wanted to get straight into the drinking, mate. But what process do they go through with your cars?
They've had all 4 shocks. They've taken brake all 4. Well, they've taken 4 out of the 8 brake pads. They've checked the rev limiter. They've checked the fuel. They've checked the diff. They've had the gearbox and ballast. I've checked the clutch. So yeah, there was no chance we was going to get back. But besides, the world champion gets 100 points and loads up for the day. So yeah, over the moon.
So Northampton, you going to go to Northampton tomorrow? What's the plans?
Yeah, we're definitely going to go, but I don't think I'll be in this car because the motor gone sick. When Frankie put me in the wall, it's lost like 30 pound of oil pressure, and it started smoking pretty heavy, and so. It's my American motor, and I don't want to damage it. So I think hopefully we got another car we can take. It's just a tarmac car, so I won't be on the pace, but I'll be there.
Check the gold wing on though.
Yeah, I know that I'll have a hangover too. So yeah, hopefully we get a gold wing, and not sure if we're going to take number 1 or keep 84. I'm not decided yet.
And what do you want to say to, I guess, all the fans, all the haters, all the Kiwis? Final words from Tom Harris, the world champion. Dosser?
That's a tough question, but yeah. I've been accused of being a dosser and get home I'm spoiled and don't work for a living, but hey, if anybody's in my shoes, they'd take the job. So like I say, I'd like to thank all the haters and all the people that have been whinging and moaning and still trying to get me banned on Thursday this week, because do what you want now, you can stick it.
Awesome, mate. Hey, well done. The
Thank you.
Kiwis love it. We
you.
want to see you back in New Zealand too.
Yeah, hopefully. I'll have to ask the boss if I'm allowed. She's frowning at that. It's a long way, and she's frowning.
World champion. We need the world champion.
She just said no. That means I'm not coming. The boss has spoken. It's a no.
We'll work on it.
You guys need to work on it.